Hey, 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 I am back. You're back. That means we're both back and we're ready for this wonderful experience of the Pantheon of Hallownest. Now, we've done all the bindings on those Pantheons 1 through 4 down below, so that means we get the nice reward of the masks, the little blue masks that add on. So let me show you what charms I'm going to use, what I love for my Pantheon of Hallownest standard run. And I'm going to use Unbreakable Strength for the nail upgrade, basically, that it gives you. Shaman Stone for more power in my spells. Quick Slash so I can just get at those guys. And then for me, Soul Catcher. A lot of people I notice use Long Nail here. And I just feel like I get more bang for my buck out of Soul Catcher. Of course, use what you like the most, no matter what charm set that is. But as I go through and talk about that, this will be, related to, my selection. So the fights might be a little different because of that. What do I do? I don't remember. Maybe I Dream Nail it. Okay, I hit it. You hit that. There we go. Like the sun shines through. I'm like, what in the world? Okay. And now you're like, what? And so you can go up here. All right. You can step in here. There's a little spring. It's nice and relaxing. And you should be able to still go up there. It's been a bit since I've opened Hallownest, so let's double jump up this way. Keep ascending up real high. Now, before doing the Pantheon of Hallownest, which is just right there, I'm going to slide down this way and hit that, which opened up a bench, and now you can basically go this way down, and you can go back up that way later. All right, so over here we go, and it's kind of exciting. Pops this open, and a couple things about the Pantheon of Hallownest. All the dream bosses are going to have a new map, which for a lot of them makes them another level of difficulty up. And there's also, I think, 3 extra bosses in here, and the order is not going to go the same exactly as the Pantheons. A lot of it's going to be like the Pantheons, but a lot of it, there'll be some moments that the bosses are mixed up and not in that same order. So you will, if you reach any of these bosses and you happen to die on, say, the Flying Nosk, you'll get the Flying Nosk there in Godhome, and you can practice it until you feel confident, and then you can basically move forward the next time you come to the Pantheon of Hallownest. It would probably be pretty ridiculous to jump in and beat the Absolute Radiance your first try, so feel happy if you get to a new boss and unlock it, and then you can go practice it. Alright, here we go! I apologize for any little coughs I have. I've just got a little catch in my throat right now. Alright, so now there's 2 of these dudes, and the one on the right side, if you can keep track of him, he is definitely the one you want to deal with first. So it's hard if they get mixed up, which they're just about mixed up now. I think this is the one I want, but I'm not sure. So if you can kill that one, or get them in a situation where you can kill them both at the same time, yeah, or like hit them both. But if you can kill that one, you only have to deal with the other one. And the one on the right has significantly less health than the one on the left. So it's just good to pick on him first. I do these little jumpy outs. Some people try to pogo them, but I jump out and hit them with my Abyss Shrieks, and then jump back into the middle. That's what I find is just best for me. Alright, now they have this little platforms here, if you can see. But as long as you don't have Sharp Shadow, a warp basically takes you directly to the next platform. as in any of the other guides that you've seen me fight the Gruz mother, she definitely hates herself some Abyss Shrieks. She is not a fan. Now, when she's doing the smashy smash up and down, that's a good time to get some heals in. I almost got hit, but I didn't. I did it. Okay, so moving on. Next is this guy, the False Knight. He's really not too bad if you just lean into him with your quick slash. I do go ahead and use him to get all my soul back. And for anybody who doesn't know, both him and the failed champion, you can you can just keep hitting them and they won't get up, and you can use that time to refuel. You can hit him and get yourself a heal in, hit him again, get yourself another heal, or keep dream nailing and basically get everything back from him. So it's not too crazy. I try to Abyss Shriek once, then Abyss Shriek twice, and then jump out to the side and Shade Soul blast him until he's back down on the ground. Alright, so we got him. Next. We've got this guy. I try to release a Shade Blast right as soon as he's about to go underground. And if he goes over me, I dash and then look back and Shade Blast him. This, if you've got Quick Slash equipped, if you can just slow it down slightly, you can't spam it or it'll creep in and hit you, but just slightly slow it down. When it comes straight at you, you'll hit it. If you can step to this place right here, that's where Hornet will land, and you can swipe up and get a bunch of hits in on her, like I just kind of did. Hitting her and releasing Shade Soul Blast is a really positive way to get some good hits in. See, I'll step up and do it and hit her a couple times. Yeah. Wow, I swear my nail went like right through her. That's alright. Bye, Hornet. Okay, so we're going to go on. I think they talk some smack or something. Mischief beyond mischief, we cannot escape thee, even in this highest, most distant of pantheons. O wielder of nail, or eater of soul, are thee a messenger of the gods, or something stranger? We will not defy thee. Continue thy combat. We shall be listening closely. Yeah, okay. I guess they're watching in the background this whole time. Okay, so Gorb, we're going to still do what I've always recommended. And just, we've got our charge slashes. And just going to jump up, let him release his pattern, and then release to try to hit him with it. About 5 of them each time. 4 or 5, I think, before they switch. So he does severely limit you. If you can do this dash thing through the final one, and keep in mind, don't get too flustered by where they go, because after the first one releases, you know that's where it's going to point. The next one's going to point exactly half between. Uh-oh. And then the third one is going to be an exact duplicate of the first. Alright, if you got any desolate dives right here, he absolutely hates them. So, bonky bonk. When he goes underground, just desolate dive him out and hit a few times. And, yeah, you basically will have the soul back to do it again. Now, when you get to the white defender later, you cannot do that. They're powerful enough or whatever that it doesn't knock them out of the ground. And that, you know, it really can trivialize that fight. If you need a heal in there, go over to the walls, and that's where you can get it. Focus on these little floaty blobs. In the Pantheon, the little floaty blob things are not there, so this makes this fight a little more difficult. But don't neglect them. Save your Shade Dash for when he either comes right at you or when he does the blast, and that blast will be eaten up by your dash, basically. I also does not like getting shot. Sorry, dude. He doesn't have a lot of time to heal afterward. Kind of the most you can get is 2. Now this map is different. It's not Tiso, but that is funny right there. And sick jokes. I go ahead and try to lean into my nail arts. So, and he doesn't totally have to return to the exact center anymore. So that's a little bit different than the original fight, but he's going to be pretty stinking close. So you can, for the most part, tell where he's going to go. There we go. Poof. Alright. So now we've got these 2 brothers. So Nailmaster Oro. I hit him a few times and dash underneath him. And get him like 3 times and then dash back. When he hops, oh, here comes his across the way. Alright, he's going to probably go in the air this time. And pow, pow, pow. Okay, he's coming across. Bonk. There, good. I like it when he falls in the corner. That means I don't have to like push my way, try to push them back. Now do this kind of leap away and back to them, and then kind of step forward slightly if you can before you jump back again. Ow. Okay, I'm gonna jump in here, and I'll use a Desolate Dive if I'm stuck in the middle of them like that, because the iframes that it creates allows me a chance to get free and get them both on one side of me, and I can return to my other way of attacking. Alright. And just jump away, back with a Great Slash. Back with a Great Slash. And it certainly looks like they're going to get you, but it's a little more forgiving than you would expect, up in the air at least. I'm going to push down with a Desolate Dive. He got me anyway. Okay, but he's toast. And again, kind of like how I did at the beginning of the fight. And there we are. Make sure you bow to them, though. They're your buddies. Well fought, well fought. And they did teach you your nail arts that you're using, so super nice of them. Just as a tip, if you're ever going to sit on any of these benches, don't do it after you get your lifeblood, because it'll erase the lifeblood. So pick up your lifeblood now. You should have 5 of them if you've been following the guides and knocked through all the whatever they're called, the bindings and stuff that I've shown. If you don't have 5, I would recommend at least getting 3. That means you have to get 8 bindings. But you know, I think that helps a whole lot. But not waiting for 5 is definitely understandable. Okay, now what you're going to want to do is just do a little dance with him. And as you see him do his little twirly whirly, that means it's dialed in on you, and you want to just step kind of inward. And then you have to be ready to hop back over it on the way back. You just don't have nearly as much room, and I wouldn't recommend going over to those other platforms unless you're kind of forced to. So I just stay right here, and a lot of times hop back if it's going to drag back, because it goes directly to him. So that time I would have to hop. And occasionally, if you know you're really in the clear, you can hit him with an Abyss Shriek or shoot him with a Shade Soul attack. But all in all, you don't necessarily have a ton of opportunities, and the safest thing to do is just keep hitting him with his nail and just keep ticky-tacking at his toe as it comes by. Alright, Crystal Guardian, go up and just start wailing on him. And as he shoots at you, if you can go through and Abyss Shriek him from behind, he does not like it. So He is down for the count right there, and we'll see him later. All right, go ahead. If you have the extra soul, release 2 Abyss Shrieks up in the air. And you'll see how much you can get him for. Sometimes you can get him for both, but the Pantheon of Hallownest may make it harder to get it. A lot of times in the earlier Pantheons, you can definitely hit him a bunch. So just staying on the ground, letting his stuff pass harmlessly off to the side. We got rid of him before we really saw a lot of his abilities, so definitely look if you need, look in one of the other Pantheons if you're having trouble with him. Alright, so wait for him to start coming down before you dash, and that gives you the most distance from him. I hold a Great Slash ready, so I can do that. If he's up there, I let it pass above me and like dash so it goes into the ground, and then release an Abyss Shriek if I have the soul to give. Otherwise, I just jump up and pogo, or not pogo, but swipe upward. Otherwise, I'm going to come up and be right by his feet. I did not want the Obobbles to get to trap me, but they did. Okay, these 2 suckers can be a pain in the butt. Something to keep in mind about when you decide to hit them. When they hit each other, they go in the opposite direction. They kind of bounce like 2 balloons. And they also, when you hit them, they will turn around and go that direction. So sometimes you want to wait in hitting them or sneak underneath them and hit them from the other side as a means of keeping them from turning around and trapping you in a corner. All right, but he's toast, and I would use this Mantis Lord's fight, and it is not the Mantis Lord's fight anymore, but as a refuel, at least in the beginning. I would ticky-tack at this guy, the first one while there's only one, and try to just avoid until they come to the bottom part of one of the walls and throw their blade out. And right here gives a perfect time to heal. So you could probably only get 1 in, but I think it's really valuable to get as many heals in as possible before you have to deal with all 3 of them. I need to do a specific video on only this fight. There's a good time to heal, but you have to fight all 3 of them. Stay between here and here, if at all possible, and do a lot of pogoing as I get hit right away. Now this time, when they're on the wall, one of them's going to come downward, and like poke at you. So that's hard. If they ever both come across like that, it's good to Desolate Dive. Okay, there's that pogo fun. I'm going to try for it. Yeah, I was a little late. Not going to go for that one. We'll go for that one, though. Pow, pow. Pow, pow, pow. And what happened to me just then is why I don't recommend being very far on one side, because they will just appear on top of you. And when they do that, you just get hit. But so if you're too far this direction and they appear there, there's just nothing you can do about it. Okay, so good job. And bow to them. So respectful, Bench time, rest time. Any switching charms. And when I first was doing the Pantheon of Hallownest, I did have different sections that I would change my charms. If that works for you, you can. I since now think this is actually a better way. Marmu. Marmu is harder now because Marmu is here in a much smaller playing field, and so that makes him a lot more difficult. You have so much less room, and he bounces back. Okay, I'm going to actually do it like this time. I haven't done this before, but if you can get to the side and just like spam this, you kind of have to pay attention a little bit and let yourself come down like I did at the very end, but you can kill him. The other thing to do, like I display in my other Pantheons, is to jump down to the bottom after getting some good hits and then use your Abyss Shrieks on him. It absolutely hates Abyss Shrieks. I just wanted to show kind of another way to do it. It's probably not the best way, and it's certainly not the best way with bindings. So, all right, so just get a good couple of hits in and focus on the balloons. When he comes here in the middle, wail on him a bit, and then get your Abyss Shriek, and then hit him another couple times. And if need be after that, get another descending dark or desolate dive. I think I may have said the wrong thing just a second ago. When he appears, if you can get 2 Abyss Shrieks in, and just try to bounce this the blue one, and try not to get freaked out by the other one that just rotates around. It is hardly ever the culprit for hitting me. If I get hit, it is almost always that blue one or Galleon himself. So it's almost like those other 2 are just there to freak you out. They definitely complicate it, but just try to bounce it back and forth and really focus on controlling it, and Abyss Shriek Galleon when you have a chance. For Paymaster Shio, I use a Great Slash technique, which is basically jumping backward and Great Slash. With the yellow, yeah, there we go. And this one I hop through. How in the world? You sucker. Okay. I did not like that hit. Okay, that's what I was supposed to do right there. Nice. Jumped on my face. Okay, come on. Yeah, just feel free sometimes just to avoid that yellow one. So if you can step back on purple time and just be far enough out of the way for you can be far enough away from him to dash a Great Slash dash, then you're probably out of range of like the slap down that he does. So you want him just to where you can just hit him with that. All right, we're at a resting point again. So go ahead and fuel back up, get your lifeblood, and away we go again. All right, it's Hive Night time. So the Hive Night, weird fight, but I do this little hop away thing. Watch out for the spiky spikes, and pogo him if you can as he comes across. All right, only one, so you can really lean into him. So I'm ready to pogo him, and all right, he did get the bees out. But if you can kind of jump away from him, and you know, you're either going to have to instant pogo him or do kind of this double back if he does the other sort of lunge attack. Now, Elder Who is a time to refuel after the Hive Night. The Hive Night's a pain in the butt. So just kind of tick at Elder Who and come into these corners and get a heal in, and then just kind of keep hitting him like once. Make sure you save your Shade Soul, or your Soul, my Shade Soul, your little invulnerability dash, so you don't use it up and then end up getting hit by this stuff. So just right as it's coming down, or right as he punches down into the ground, you go across and you can't be hit because you're invulnerable. Now, if you're totally full on soul and stuff, you can, right after he does that, you know he's going to appear in that little horizontal area, so you can jump up and just blast, and you will hit him. Sometimes you'll hit him twice with it because it drags him to the side. Okay, so he's toast. We should feel a little better after him, and it's time for the Collector. Dash in right away to get one hit in on him. I'm going to hit him again and then Abyss Shriek. So bang, Abyss Shriek as he goes up, and then just focus mostly on the things that fall. and then wail on him. All right, now, okay, now there's 2. You can dream nail him for soul. And I'm not going to worry about using any nail arts or anything on him, though that becomes more important with with certain bindings. I didn't quite get there. Because these enemies that he shoots out are stronger now, and so they're a pain. And if you get, primal aspids, I hate them. So if you want to clean the floor, because they're at this bottom level when they pop out, and you can't reach them, just sending a blast down across the floor to clean it really helps. I meet her in the air almost always. I don't know how much that helps, but if you've got a moment, I didn't have as much of a moment as I thought I did. Okay, and turn around, and I'm just gonna wail on him with my with my nail. Okay, this is weird. This isn't how I usually fight them. I usually wait and allow it to roll across and dash back, and then wail on them, and then kind of retreat to see what they're gonna do. Now for Grim, if you're feeling okay, come up and hit them with a Great Slash, then release an Abyss Shriek, because hitting them in that particular point makes them do this puffer fish. Then here, focus only on the ground orbs that come out. Okay, already here. So see how they're just the ground ones. Don't worry about that mess that's up a little higher. Just these ground ones, as I break my own rule. Double hop, hit ya. Double hop, hit ya. Hey, he's really liking this one. Okay, and if you need to heal right now, it's a good time. You can heal at least 3 times when the bats are out and about. Okay, I got a little greedy. Did get some of an Abyss Shriek on him. Okay. Good time to heal is right, they dash through and give you a chance right here to heal. I didn't step back far enough, though. You can dash through those little things that stick up after they've kind of appeared. Alright. You're putting me on edge, Grim, more so than I should be. Alright, all of these are on the bottom level, just about. Everything but the one. Double hop. Pogo and hit again. Double hop. He's ought to be dead real soon. If you don't need to heal, you just try to hit that red-eyed bat. That's, I guess, the real him or something. Whew, that was close. Alright, you're dead, Grim. Bada bada boom boom.